Hello, I'm the Cartoon Gentleman, bringing you organized chaos. And today, I decided since it's so close to Christmas, I'm going to review something more winter-related. So, after digging through some files, I decided to look for a certain little girl who goes through high hell in order to see the Ice Queen.
Are we finally reviewing Frozen?
What? No. We're going to review the Snow Queen. What the hell's the Snow Queen?
Get out!
What?
Get out!
Indeed, Frozen may have been one of Disney's biggest giants, but many people don't realize that this movie is actually based off of another story that may be just as equally as good. So, is the story good? Is it not so good? Who's to say? This is The Snow Queen by Mikhail Baryshnikov's, what is this word? What is his last name? Baryshnikov. This is The Snow Queen. Our story begins with a little elf coming out of a book with two umbrellas. Let's go ahead and let him explain what he is. Ole Kukoya. That's your name. That is... His name is so weird I need more time to think of a joke.
Some people call me the god of sleeping dreams. Now tell me, do I look like a god to you?
No, you look more like Elmer Fudd. But regardless, what do you want?
Sleep so peaceful. I tiptoe very quietly over to you and hide behind your ear.
Wait, what?
Then I blow into the back of your head like this.
I'm not sure if I'm really comfortable with this.
And you never feel a thing because I'm so small and you are...
What? This is creepy! Stop being creepy! Well, our elf on the shelf finally opens up his umbrella, and the story officially begins with our two main characters, Goethe and Kai, two best friends who live right next to each other. They decided to give each other plants in order to show their true friendship to each other.
This is good.
This way, they'll be together forever.
Never apart.
No, that's a terrible idea, since one will try to dominate the other, and both of them will end up dying faster for lack of nutrition. This is Gardening 101, people. Well, one winter's night, Kai stays over at Goethe's house, and her grandmother tells them the story of the Snow Queen, who is the queen of all that is snow, every snowflake to every strand of icicle. She allowed her heart to grow cold and emotionless, and because of this, gains supernatural powers. She has dominion over all things ice, but however, she has no power over the warmness of people's hearts. But in order to make sure that her dominion remains sound, she looks into her magic mirror, which allows her to see everything.
Did you just say a magic mirror that allows you to see into other people's houses?
Yes?
I'm taking it down! Here I come, naked ladies!
Well, anything that keeps them off my show. Well, as Goethe and Kai were making fun of the Ice Queen, the Snow Queen just happened to be honing in on this conversation in particular, and was like, oh, hell no! And decided to curse Kai, making him as unloving and unfriendly as she is. And then the very next day, Goethe notices the change in Kai's personality, but just before anything can be done about it, the Snow Queen snatches him up and whisks him away off to her palace, never to be seen again. Do I hear any parallels between another franchise? Huh? Well, this is where they got it from. You can thank this for Frozen. Or you can curse this for Frozen. Regardless. Well, before she makes it to her castle, she tells Kai her great and terrible plans of what she has planned for him. She's gonna make him the prince of her castle and make him emotionless. And so his punishment for his insolence is you're going to make him prince. That's... sounds like the most awesome punishment ever! Sign me up! I mean, if I have to lose all my emotions in order to hang out with that smoking hot lady all day long, sign me up! Oh, I don't think smoking hot's the right word here. Ah, shut up, you know what I mean. Well, as time passed, we later cut back to the elf on the shelf. I'm sorry, are you still here? I'm sorry, I thought you were just the narrator. Why are you getting more screen time? So yeah, the elf explains exactly what happened as time passed. As during the springtime, Goethe decided to take her new shoes and try to rescue Kai from the evil clutches of the Snow Queen. Did you have to tell us that? Couldn't you just show us that? I mean, after all, the animation is quite beautiful in this animation film, and that's saying a lot. Russia, you are doing a bang-up job! Like, this is on par with Disney. Although I will have to admit that your lip syncing is very bad. Your lip syncing is very bad. Animation, really good. Lip syncing, bad. Good. Animation, lip sync. Animation, lip sync. Animation, lip sync. Why are you still telling us the story? Just show us! Well, we finally cut back to Goethe as she's wandering around trying to find Kai. She goes around asking all the animal critters who, for some reason, can answer back. And she starts communing with water. And is the water going to talk back? Is this Pee-wee's Earth or something? Well, she makes her way to an older castle where there's 2 armed guards. And out comes an old lady where apparently stranger danger isn't a thing in this world. And she just welcomes her in with open arms and makes her take a nap. Hey, she fell asleep awfully easy and awfully fast. Aren't you on kind of an important mission? I mean, what caused that?
Oh, hey, that's the lady where I get all my roofies from.
What?
What? You think I make them myself? No, she's my supplier.
Get out.
I'm gonna find that mirror.
We then cut to... oh, god damn! What is up with this traveling gnome? Show, don't tell! Well, Gerda wakes up only to discover that the great spring day that she fell asleep to has been erupted into a fall. She was asleep for at least 2 seasons. And so her limited window of opportunity to get Kai back has just been shortened by a great deal. Oh, did I forget to mention? She's on a time limit. Yeah, the story kind of forgot to mention that until right in the middle of it, too. Well, she apparently has enough time to sit on the beach and sing for a bit, but she's not there long as she's interrupted by an old crow who then tells her that he could help her out because he saw a blonde boy. So him and his wife decide to break into another castle only to discover that the boy that he was talking about isn't her boy. What is this, 2 castles now? Yeah, 2 castles. I'm expecting another castle to show up with Toad inside. Sorry, Kai's in another castle. Well, the Royal Guard acts, of course, in disbelief as 2 crows and a little girl manage to break through their line. But the Royal seems surprisingly chill after she explains she's looking for her friend. So they decide to help her out by giving her a solid gold chariot. I'm sure the money spent on that chariot could have fed thousands of people, given shelter to the homeless, and, you know, made living conditions in your kingdom better. But, you know, giving it to some random stranger who broke into your home and was close enough to literally strangle you in your sleep? Yeah, that's cool too. That's cool too. Well, speaking of those cranky citizens, a band of thieves comes and destroys the wagon, stealing everything, all the way down to the girl's coat. But just as she was about to get the real stranger danger, she gets rescued by the youngest member of these thieves' clan. What even is this scene? Like talking animals, the ocean just being sentient, crows working in the armed guards, and royalty just giving away gold chariots like they were nothing. And now we have this scene. What the hell?
Oh no! You built me so hard my skin pigment changed from white to black!
What is this movie? Well, young Gerda has been taken prisoner and is being kept as a plaything of the newest female thief. So they have a nice Disney song all the way back to their evil lair, where Gerda is thrown with all the other playthings of this young thief.
Dance like I told you, reindeer. Come on. Oh, remember the last time when you didn't do what I asked? Come on.
Yeah, don't mess with this little psychopath. This is what happened to the last deer that didn't do what she said. I am sorry. I don't know where that darkness came from. I apologize for that one. So, Gerda tries to explain to our young thief girl that she's on a mission to try to rescue her friend, as we're treated to... I don't know what we're treated to. What the hell is up with this scene? Like, this doesn't fit the tone of the rest of the movie at all. Well, after Gerda's story, our young thief decides to help her out after she exclaims that she never had a friend, and she wants a friend that's just like Gerda. Yeah, that is not the kind of embrace you'd give someone that you just want to be friends with. And for that matter, no one would be putting up with all this just to rescue a friend. There is no way friendship has anything to do with any of this.
Oh! Three-way ship! Three-way ship!
So our thief girl decides to release all of her pets, one of which is a sentient deer who decides to leave Gerda all the way back to where he last saw the Ice Queen with Kai. Unfortunately, though, he can't make the whole trip. And he sort of collapses and is possibly dead. No, I am not making that Bambi reference again. That is way too dark, even for our show. So with her ride out of commission, she makes her way on foot to find the Snow Queen's palace. And she manages to make it all the way there on foot during a blizzard. That is determination, my friends. Well, she manages to find Kai, who has almost completely succumbed to the Ice Queen's spell. But with a little hug and a few drops of tears, she manages to break the spell and got her friend back. But not before the Ice Queen shows up. Oh yeah, now it's on. It's going to be a fight between Kai and Gerda versus the Ice Queen. Come on, let's see this action going in motion.
You have won. I have no power against the warmth of two loving hearts.
Oh. So, no epic climactic fight scene? She just kind of pusses out and runs away? I guess that's cool too. So, with all their friends' help, Kai and Gerda manage to make it all the way back home, where they replant their roses and assumedly live happily ever after.
Yarg! And we can only assume that they're doing a three-way. Will you get out of here? Yarg! A shipper's gonna ship!
Despite the weird love triangle shipping that they obviously have going on, this was an amazing story. This is without a doubt not just on par with Frozen, but far surpassing it. What with the beautiful animation styles, the almost ridiculous scenarios, Like, forget Olaf. You don't even need Olaf for this story. You could just have this story, and that's it. You don't even need Olaf. Fuck Olaf. Kill him with literal fire. But if there's one thing bad about this movie, it's the fact that the lip syncing, well, their lip syncing is mostly like this. Yeah, see something like that? Yeah, it's not really good lip syncing, but they make up for it for having really good voice talent. So, I definitely give this one an A+, and it's free on YouTube, so you should go watch it. The name's in the description, I believe. Hopefully I spell it right. Regardless, this is a special worth seeing. So, without further ado, I'm the Cartoon Gentleman. I brought you Organized Chaos. Fuck Frozen. Watch Ice Queen. I'ma go.
I have finally found the secret in order to see through the mirrors. Now, where are my sexy ladies? Oh, wait a minute. No, this is the man's room. Ah, how do I get out of here? No, oh no, 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 no! Ah, put your goddamn pants on.